Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Andrea. I'm the Knitting PT, and I'm a physical therapist who also loves to knit, crochet, spin, all things fiber related. I share Maker Self-Care Reels on Instagram and on YouTube, and I sell a wrist and hand care kit and also a new product that I'll be talking about shortly in this video. This is my space where I talk about all things that I love and that I'm making, and welcome. All right, hi everyone. It's been a little bit, well, just 3 weeks. I have lots to show you, lots to talk about today. Again, anything I talk about will be linked in the description box below, along with links to my website, my Ravelry, Ko-Fi, Patreon, my shop. What else? I think that's it. Yeah, and along with any affiliate links that I have that I'm associated will be down below as well. Before we dive into the usual things about what I'm making and what I finished, I wanted to share something that I am launching this week. So if you are a longtime viewer, you know that I sell a wrist and hand care kit that I've curated to help you take care of your wrists and your hands for when you're making. I've now expanded a little bit and I have a new product. It is called a half foam roller. And I'll insert footage here of me kind of using it to show you how it's used. But it is a half foam roller, is pretty firm, but it is mainly used for opening up your upper back, especially because we spend a lot of our days hunched over our devices or driving or working at our desk. This is a really great tool to help open up your upper back, restore some of that thoracic mobility. And if you purchase the product, it also comes with a video, a complimentary video that has I think it's like 5 or 10 minutes long thoracic mobility video that I filmed that you can follow along and do to help improve your upper back mobility and strength. So I will link it down below. It will be dropping this week on Wednesday. What day is it? Wednesday, April 10th. Hopefully this video will be up by then. But if it's up after, then it will be already in the shop. So thank you in advance for checking it out. All right, so let's start off with what I'm wearing. So this is my finished Doppio sweater, and this is a pattern by Sunghi Knits. And as you can see, it is a compound raglan. You can kind of see here, I don't know if you can see, there's like an S-shape, slight S-shape curve. This is so that there's not extra fabric underneath your armpit. It provides a really good fit as well. It's got a full little over collar and just regular hems and cuffs. And it is written to be kind of like a Aran weight. You hold several strands of yarn together. I held 3 strands of yarn together for mine. I held Woolberry Sport and Book Club. I held Woolberry Cash DK and All Is Calm. And I held Treehouse Knits Truffula Cashmere, which is a fuzzy lace fingering weight in the colorway The River Anduin. And it provides this, makes up this beautiful fabric here. I don't know if it's focusing. There we go. As you can see, there's a slight fuzz to it, but I really love it. I've been wearing it a lot. Yeah, as you can see, it's even starting to pill a little bit, but that's probably also from the Truffula Cashmere. I think that base tends to fuzz a little bit because it is a fuzzy base. I'll stand up so you can see how the whole thing looks. I knit it to about like high hip length, so this is the top of my hip, and the hem is kind of like right there. Partially because it is a heavier weight sweater. I didn't want it to be overly huge so that I don't get like overheated in it. But yeah, I'm really liking this length. I'm really liking it. Yeah, it's a perfect kind of winter sweater to throw over and it's super comfy. So highly recommend this pattern. All right, since we've talked, I finished a few things. One of them was a little unexpected, and I'll talk about that a little bit. But the first thing I finished is my latest test knit for Amy Scher. It is the Weekday Tee. And it is a tee version of the Weekday Pullover, which I did test knit also at the end of last year. It's a little wrinkly already because I kind of just folded it. Mine is knit in Ritual Dyes Undine base in the colorway Prairie Flax. Undine is 60% cotton, 40% linen. So it is a spring summer fiber. and I really like it. I'll wear it on the podcast after the pattern comes out. I think the pattern will come out in early May. Yeah, you can see it's a beautiful pattern lace raglan here. It's got some slight waist shaping also. And yeah, I'll talk about it more in detail when the pattern is live, but that is my most recent finished object. My other recent finished object is a spin. So if you don't know, I don't know if I've talked about it that much on here before, but I did join one club this year, and it is the Cookware Club from Little Fiber Co. And she offered also a fiber version. So I signed up for the fiber version. So every month you get 4 ounces of fiber in a colorway. You don't know what it looks like until it arrives, though there is like a inspiration photo, and it's based off of cookware, kind of like, you know, if you think about Le Creuset, like those deep, rich, kind of vibrant colors. So this was February's, and the month color was chiffon. So this is what my spin looks like. And this is 100% Targhee. And I believe it was like 26 microns or something like that. Yeah. And let me open it to show you. So this is the first time I did a long draw woolen spin. So I'm not, you know, the most technical when it comes to spinning, but that means just there's more air in the fiber as you spin it, as opposed to like when you do short forward where you compress the fiber a lot. So as you can see, the result is you can tell it's kind of like airy-ish. It feels very light. You can see also I need a lot of improvement, because you can see there's lots of places where the fiber was not spun enough here. A lot of inconsistencies, but overall I'm pretty happy with it, considering it was my first time doing a long draw method. And usually when you're doing long draw and you're spinning like a woolen spun yarn, you need a woolen spun prep, so something like roving, bats, that kind of thing, or rolags. I don't have any of those, and I don't have the resources to make them. So what I did instead, and I looked this up online, and so what I did was I took the fiber braid, the comb top, and I opened it up a lot, and then I segmented into segments, and then I spun from the fold. So like you fold the fiber over and you spin from the fold, so that it makes the fibers a little bit more chaotic, so that you get that woolen spun prep. And that worked really pretty well for me. I kind of started spinning like that kind of by accident. I'm not very good at managing my fiber when I'm spinning, so I kind of started accidentally spinning from the fold. So yeah, worked out well, right? So this is chiffon. I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Definitely won't be going into a garment of any sort, because there are some like kind of parts that are very, you know, iffy. Maybe some kind of cowl or scarf. We'll see. Yeah, but I'm really happy with it. I am kind of loosely participating in Andrea Mowry's 100 Days of Long Draw. Loosely as in like, I'm not documenting it every day, but I'm definitely doing it every day. It was like perfect timing. So right now I'm spinning up March's colorway, which I won't show because not everyone has gotten theirs yet. But I can already tell that my technique is getting better. It could be also the fiber. It's a different fiber too, and you know, different fiber wool types will spin differently. But overall I'm pretty happy with this. It was a really good learning experience. And that's what this club is all about for me. Lauren has said that every month will be different fibers. So I'm excited to kind of like be exposed to different fibers this way and to practice my spinning. I also think I need to get a longer niddy noddy, because my skeins are like so fat that they're not. And then the niddy noddy I have is like the medium size and not the long size. So my skeins are turning out to like not really go into a skein. They're just kind of like this ball of floof. So I might have to get a longer one just to get a nicer looking skein, just for the aesthetics, you know. But yeah. Okay, my next finished object is somewhat unexpected. So if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen that over the weekend I got conscripted into making some crochet amigurumis for my kids. So I spent all day Sunday crocheting, which was yesterday. I'm filming this on Monday. And not gonna lie, my hands are a little tired. I've never crocheted that long before. I pretty much spent like 6 hours, and like there were little breaks here and there, but like I basically just spent all day making this. And part was because my kids were very persistent. They sat around me the entire 6 hours asking me if I was done every 5 minutes. Yeah. So, so let me show you first the book I was crocheting from. So this is called Crochet Cafe by Lauren Epsy. SB. I got this back in, I want to say 2020 during the pandemic, and I had this great plan of crocheting everything. I crocheted a few things, but then it kind of petered out. My kids' interest kind of petered out, but I recently found it again in my bookshelf. And then, I got conscripted into making something yesterday. So my son wanted a burger. So here is his burger. Ready? It's pretty darn cute, I have to say. Even though it took me quite a long time, it's pretty darn cute. So you can see it's got a burger bun with some sesame seeds. It's got a patty, a slice of cheese, which is a little wonky, a little tomato, and a slice of lettuce in the bottom bun. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cute, and he's really happy with it. He even slept with it last night, which was really cute. So it made it all worth it. My daughter wanted a lobster. So I made the lobster body, then I made one claw, and then she decided she didn't like how floppy the claw was, and it's kind of floppy to begin with. Then she decided she didn't want the claw, so she said it's a baby lobster. So that saved me from making a second claw at least, because that one big claw took me like an hour to make. Yeah. All right, on to works in progress. Let's see. I have several, and I've made decent progress on a lot of them. I've been mainly working on 3-4 things. One of them was the weekday tee, which I finished. And actually, as I'm talking about my WIPs, I thought I'd share a management kind of thing I've been doing. I took this idea from Mia over at Knit and Grace. I saw that she writes out weekly goals for her knits in terms of what she wants to accomplish every week for her different projects. And I just started doing the same thing. And it's been really helping me stay on track with all my different works in progress and feeling like I'm making progress on them. And if you're type A like me, you love making to-do lists, it feels really good to check those little things off too. And it's nice to have little goals because it keeps you motivated to keep going, as opposed to being your ultimate goal is to finish the whole sweater or garment. It's it feels much more manageable. You can celebrate the little wins when you tick off little goals, like finishing the body, finishing the front, finishing the color work, splitting for sleeves, that kind of thing. So my first work in progress I'm going to show you is the other test knit I have on my needles. This is a tee for Samantha Guerin. It is a Springline Tee. Here it is. So I am now joined in the body and knitting the body. As you can see, it's got a lace panel on both sides. Yeah, super cute. And all my stitch markers on here are from Reshma of Hello Lavender. I really love this quilty one. Yeah. I've got some of the vegetables on the other side. I don't know if that's showing. Okay. Yeah. Really enjoying this. The lace motif on this is really easy to memorize and to keep repeating, and it's easy to look at it, at least. Well, maybe if you're beginner to lace, it won't be easy for you to figure out. But if you're intermediate, you knit lace before, it's pretty easy to keep track of where you are. So I'm pretty happy with it so far. I am knitting this up in Woolberry Fiber Co. in Cormo, which is a base that she doesn't often carry. I bought this, I think, almost 2 years ago when she had a little bit from her mill, and since then she hasn't had any more. But this is 100% non-superwash Cormo in the colorway Toffee Chip. Yeah, and it's fingering weight. Here's the ball band. Yeah. And I'm really enjoying the process of working with the Cormo. I've never knit with Cormo before. Sorry, I'm picking out. So the thing with this Cormo, and I remember Bethany saying this when she got the shipment in. I remember when she said she got the bare yarn, it was really dirty. And I think she had to wash it a lot and really pick through it. But even then, there's still some VM left, vegetable matter, as in little twigs and pieces of grass, which I don't mind. I just pick it out as I knit it up. But as you can see, it's sometimes it's really far embedded in the fiber and there's still a little bit in there. I'm picking out as I see it right now. Cormo has a little bit of a different, more of a twist to the fiber. So as you can see, my stockinette, it has some texture looking to it. Yeah, and I don't mind that. It's different in a nice way. Yeah. So I'm really excited to keep working on this and to eventually have it finished soon. My goal for this one for this week is to maybe try to finish the body. I don't know. I think I have to knit at least 10 inches of the body. I'm about 3 inches in, so we'll see. Maybe it's possible I could finish the body this week. But yeah, that's kind of like my small goal I set for myself. All right. The next knit I've been working on is the drum. I don't know if I'm saying right. Drum dress by Woolfolk. It's a pattern from Woolfolk. Not Woolfolk. Woolfolk. Woolfolk yarns. Not Woolfolk. And this is a knit along that I'm doing. If you follow her on Instagram, Gotham Knits is also knitting one. She's really far ahead of me, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, so I have joined the body finally. And as you can see, it'll look like this. It's got a slight funnel neck too, and it's a dress. So I've got lots of body to knit. And it has pockets too, so I'm excited for that. So my small goal for this week is to get to where I do the pockets, which is I think 5 inches, and then you do some different stuff for the pockets. So my goal is to knit 5 inches of the body this week. I think it's doable. Yeah, we'll see. So you can see this is knit in Woolfolk in their flecked base, which is DK Boucle. That's what it looks like. I am working on a reel with some slight posture ergonomics tips for working with boucle yarn because it can be a little tricky. And this is, what is this? This is the colorway. They don't name their colorway, it's just numbers. This is color 22. Here's a skein of it. It comes in 50-gram skeins. So this is not the most budget-friendly yarn because it comes in 50-gram skeins, and each 50-gram skein is, I think, about like $20-something. Whereas usually like indie dyed yarn is like $28, $29 for a 100-gram skein. So, you know, it is a little pricier, but I have to say the boucle quality is really nice. It's much nicer than, and much softer. It has more drape than like the boucle that a lot of the indie dyers have been dyeing. Not to say those are bad. Those are good too. It's just this one is like even higher quality, hence the higher price. So it's not the most budget-friendly yarn. And for full disclosure, I was gifted the pattern and I was gifted the yarn for this knit along. So thank you, Woolfolk, for gifting that to me. Yeah, so we're going for teddy bear vibes with this one. Yeah, so I'm actually pretty excited to work on this and to have this finished and done. It'll be a kind of a nice springtime dress. Yeah, so stay tuned. I'm going to make progress on this every week because I'm going to write my weekly goals. So my goal for this week is to do the 5 inches of the body until I get to the pocket working kind of things. Next work in progress I've been working on a little bit, not a ton, is my Acuzena, don't know how to say it. It'll be down below. Pullover, this is another knit along, and this is for the Unit store in Toronto. This one was also gifted to me. Pattern and yarn was also gifted to me. And I have since finished the yoke and I've split for sleeves. Here it is. Look how pretty it is. It's also a really pretty springtime like motif, this kind of flowery looking things. And I split for sleeves. The yarn I'm using is new to me and I really wanted to try it, which is also why I joined this knit along. So this is from Santa's Garden Yarn, and this is Double Sunday. And this is part of their collaboration with Petite Knit. So this is a DK weight, 100% merino. I believe it is non-superwash. Yes, it is non-superwash. And the colorways I'm using are Croissant as my main color, and this is Almond for my contrast color. Yeah. So my goal for this one this week is to just keep working on the body. I don't think I'm going to set I should probably set a goal of how much, like maybe 3 inches, because I am knitting several inches of all my other bodies. So maybe 3 inches on this body. We'll see. Yeah, 3 inches is doable. This is DK weight, so yeah. Yeah, so this is it so far. Okay, my last work in progress I've been working on steadily. I have many works in progress. Actually, I counted them all the other day. I have 13 works in progress, including 3 tees that are hibernating from last year. I do want to work through all of them, especially those 3 tees. I may frog one of the tees. I haven't decided yet, but 2 of the other tees I definitely want, so I will definitely finish. And also the other 2 I'm like halfway through, so yeah. Anyway, lots of work in progress, but so I'm only showing you the ones I'm actively working on right now. So the other one is a little mini sweater. and it is for my friend Tino here. Tino the wolf dog for my son. So my son picked the colors for the sweater. So I am at sleeve separation for this sweater. So ready? Oh, look how cute it is. Yeah, little colorwork sweater. It's done with slip stitches, so it's not true colorwork, which makes it much more manageable at this tiny little gauge. So he picked the colors for this, and I'll show you the fit check. So I am about to knit the first sleeve for this, and my goal for this one is to finish this week. So here's the fit check, and it fits in pretty perfectly, if I do say so myself. Yeah. So freaking cute. Anyway, so yeah, so that's the other work in progress that I'm working on. And this is from the book Moosh and Friends. All right, so next I want to talk about some future plans. And I know you're thinking, Andrea, you just told us that you have 13 works in progress. What do you mean future plans? And you're right. But I just can't help planning for more things. Sorry, I just saw a huge hawk fly through my backyard. I just can't help planning for future things. And I'm sure you all get me that a lot of the joy that comes from our making is planning too, and putting together color combinations and patterns, and it's just really fun. So a new pattern came out recently. It's called Neon Bliss, and it's by Vera Rain. Well, Vera Rain is her handle on Instagram, but it's by Vera. Oh my gosh, there were just two huge hawks flying around outside. Sorry, I'm getting really sidetracked. It is a pattern called Neon Bliss. It is by Vera. I don't know how to say her last name, but the Vera who collaborates with Joji Locatelli a lot. And she released this pattern in celebration of Amy from La Bien Aimé's pop-up store that was in Paris the past 2 weeks. So I'll post a picture here of what it looks like. So you can see it is like intarsia stripes with the stripes on either side of the body, different colors. And if you've been watching for a bit, you know I've been having a moment with intarsia. So I picked out some colors from my stash, and Ara was laughing at me because she picked out colors for hers. And then I was making fun of Kimchi & Co. And I was telling her, are you going to knit yours in button and button and button? Because if you don't know Kimchi & Co., she loves button, which is a very beautiful neutral from Coast to Coast yarn. So I was making fun of her for that. And then I turned around and made mine all in blues. So Ara was kind of laughing at me. She was like, I can't believe you were roasting Megan. And then you turn around and do the same thing. But yeah, friendship, right? So this is what I have planned. So I'm going to do the main color in Rain Shadow, and this is from Explorer Knits. And then my contrasting stripes will be Freezy Pop, also Explorer Knits, and Nightfall, also Explorer Knits. So it'll be kind of like this. Yeah. I think it's going to be super cute. Really me with all the blues. And I'm really excited to have like a little pop of color. You know, I'm not really a neon person. I think this might be the closest to neon I get. So yeah, I'm really excited. So this is going to be cast on eventually, hopefully soon. I really want to. So yeah. All right, my other future plan. Well, I have two other future plans. One of them is I want to make a mini mock neck tank by Jessie May. And I'm going to use this from Explorer Knits, this Desert Bloom. I've been really inspired by Edible Thoughts Bakes, Stephanie. If you don't follow her, she's a great podcast watch. She made several mini mock neck tanks to wear as layering pieces, and I think these would be great for summer where, you know, you have a little knit tank, and then I plan to wear like a linen shirt over it, like a linen open shirt over it. Yeah, and I think it'd be great for like those summer nights where there's like a little bit of nip in the air, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's one plan. And the other plan is a Stria cardigan. And I've been wanting to knit a Stria cardigan for a while. The one that really inspires me is the one that Meredith, Mareberry made. And this is kind of what I've got planned for mine. And I don't think I have all the minis here, so I might be missing one, but you'll get the basic idea. So I have all these minis from when I did one of Explorer Knits Advent in, I think it was 2021. So I took out a bunch of them that are kind of like the same kind of color family-ish. I think there's another blue one somewhere in my basket that is buried. And so these will be contrasting stripes, and I'm going to use Woolly, also from Explorer Knits, as my main color. Yeah. And yeah, all these future plans are all in Explore Knits Yarns, which was not planned. It just kind of happened that way. Yeah. But I mean, I have lots of other future plans I'm just not talking about right now. They're in other yarns too. These are just the ones that I grabbed today to talk about. But I have lots of future plans. I got a lot of knitting to do, you guys. All right, that is it for me this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing all my works in progress and my future plans. If you would like, in the comments, tell me how many works in progress do you have right now? Can anyone top my 13? Probably not, but there's probably someone out there who can. In any case, I need to whittle them down. I want to keep my works in progress to like hopefully under 10, maybe like 6. That would be ideal. So I'm trying really hard to tell myself that I cannot cast anything new on until I, finish more things. We'll see how well that goes. Yeah. But in any case, I think making the weekly progress goals will really help me kind of stay on track and finish things and that kind of thing. And hopefully I can hold off on casting more things until I cast off like 1 or 2 more things. And that way keep everything manageable. So yeah, so thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all next time. Bye, happy knitting.